2016 was the year of Brexit and the election of Donald Trump. These have been radical changes to the political systems in both countries and have sent shockwaves throughout the world. With French, German, and Dutch elections on the horizon, let's look at how elections in Europe in 2017 could reshape Europe and the EU. France's 2017 election is gearing up to be the most unpredictable election in France's recent history. Many see it as a pivotal moment for France and for the EU as a whole. Just like was seen in the US and in the UK, populist movements are propelling untested, anti-establishment candidates to the forefront of the political system. The far-right leader Marine Le Pen, whose father was also a prominent figure in far-right politics, has been utilizing the social problems in France to recruit new members to her National Front party. Unemployment, problems with social integration, and a recent string of terrorist attacks has left the French population skeptical of the current political leadership. This has led to a distrust of the established political class as a whole. This feeling in France has led Marine Le Pen and her National Front party to the largest base of support they've had in recent history. From a relative fringe party in French politics, she now holds, according to public polls, up to 1/3 of French public support. However, her anti-EU stance and racist undertones have turned many French voters away from her political ideology. A wild card in the French elections is former economy minister Emmanuel Macron, an independent candidate who has never held elected office. He has gained significant momentum as an independent candidate, not leaning towards either the left or right parties. And his strong EU platform seems to be finding a place with many French voters. Macron and whoever wins the French left-wing primaries will be going up against François Fillon, a Catholic conservative former prime minister, and Marine Le Pen of the National Front party. The Dutch elections are even more unpredictable and are set to upset the political norms in the country. The anti-Islam leader of the Dutch far-right Party for Freedom is on the course to win the most parliamentary seats in the general election coming this year. Its leader, Mr. Wilders, has pledged to shut down mosques, leave the Euro and the EU if he gets elected this March. Surprisingly, the Center for European Reform, an election research body, has predicted an up to 80% chance that Mr. Wilders and his party will win the election in March. The Dutch people have lost their faith in the established parties in the country, and these parties are unlikely to muster up enough votes to form a majority. In all likelihood, Holland and Mr. Wilders will become a thorn in the side of EU unity. Angela Merkel, German Chancellor, has said that she will seek a fourth term in the general election coming in 2017. As the country struggles with a surge in far-right leaning politicians, domestic terror attacks, and an influx of migrants, Angela Merkel has been a very popular German Chancellor. Known as the Iron Lady, she's maintained a strong German economy during the years of recession throughout Europe, and has played a pivotal role in managing the EU's economic problems like the crisis in Greece, Portugal, and Italy. A recent poll showed that 59% were in favor of her re-election. Even so, the political landscape in Germany could change, with rising support for far-right parties, like the AfD party, a sister party to the National Front in France. As we get closer to the German election, it is likely that these independent candidates will emerge more prominently. With Europe struggling to cope with a migrant crisis, as well as struggling to deal with the social integration of minorities, Europe is undergoing a struggle for its very identity. The 2017 elections across Europe will give us a glimpse as to where these sentiments are going. Will the EU emerge stronger and more united? Or will it begin a slow process of collapse back to nationalist tendencies? One thing is certain, however, the 2017 elections in Europe matter. Thank you guys so much for watching. As you know, I love making these videos. I'm going to be making more of these videos talking about the elections in Europe. So if you're interested in hearing anything more about that, please like and subscribe, and we'll get back to you with more stories that matter. Peace.